Hey guys, it's episode 11, The Art of My Home Studio. And before I get started into each significant piece, I'm gonna just tell y'all that the whole process and the thought of me like setting this wall up started well before I moved. Like as soon as I knew I wanted to move, I started like, let me see, because I love the whole art wall idea. I love how people are moving more into like the eccentric decor instead of just modern. Like I just love that so much. So I knew I wanted to go that route. And I started just like mapping things out and seeing like, oh, this is how I want it. Oh, this is nice. This is cute. So I went through this whole process. I drew things out. I'm gonna insert the clips. I drew a whole bunch of like different layouts out and I was like, oh, I like this. I like this. And then when I realized that I was like, this was the house that I was gonna move into, I started like, okay, I have the layout. Let me take a picture of this so I can start like incorporating what I already drew into like something that matches this house. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's get it. And we came up with this. And so now I'm gonna go through each piece. I'm gonna start this way and go this way. So the first piece on my wall is a phone booth. I got this idea because I stayed at a hotel. It was here in Baton Rouge, actually. I stayed at a hotel and they had a like emergency like phone in a case. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. That would look so good. And I was just like, yep, I got to do that on my wall. And as I started like thinking of how I was going to make it, I started thinking of one of my friends. Shout out to Brenton, because, you know, he has a whole brand called Call Your Friends. And I was like, oh my gosh, this reminds me so much of him. So I was like, oh, maybe I should make him one. So I think I might make him one too. But yeah, so the phone booth was just something that was inspired by something I saw at a hotel. And I liked the way it came out. I didn't know if I wanted to do like a phone booth how it is now, or like the phone booths you see outside. That just would have been a lot. Who knows? I might change it one day, but as of right now, it's just the phone booth you see. The next piece, the basketball and the hand holding the basketball. Okay, so you know, I did the basketball thing this year, mama mentality, and I knew I wanted it in my photo shoots, but I was like, well, am I just gonna buy a basketball for a photo shoot? Like, what am I gonna do with it after? And I was like, I could put it on my wall and I can buy one of those. Like I've seen the basketball handstand before, and I was just like, I can put that on my wall that way, like get a handstand and put the basketball on it. But if you pay close attention to the basketball, the hand that's holding the basketball up, it has 2 rings on it. One was my state championship ring in high school, and then another one, I don't even know why we have a ring for this. My team went to the Little League World Series and we came in 3rd. So essentially we lost and they still got us a ring, which it kind of pisses me off. And if you know how we lost, that pisses me off anymore. But I'm not going to get into that. This is a totally different topic. Yeah, so it has 2 rings on it. My sister also has 2 rings, but she don't know where they're at or if they're at home or like my parents' house. So whenever she finds those, I guess we can put those up there too. The next piece, my girl, this is like, y'all, I made this a year ago, like over a year ago. And I was just drawing it out to see if I could do like human figures. Because usually I do like cartoons or I do like flowers, butterflies, stuff like that. Like that to me, I can do. But like last year I was kind of branching out with my skills, I guess. And so I drew this out. But when I drew it out, I didn't want to paint it because I thought I would mess it up. And I really didn't want to mess it up. So I was just like, you know what, I'll leave it. And so I found it again this year when I was just going through some of my stuff, trying to organize my storage room. And I put it on the wall just to see if that size canvas would look right in that position. And I had it up there and I was showing my mom and getting her thoughts. And she was like, oh, that's cute. Like you need to paint it. And I was like, maybe. No, I didn't really plan on keeping that up there. Like it was never supposed to be up there at all. But I was like, maybe. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just paint it and see what it looks like, because it's either that or it's going to sit in my storage room. So I painted it and I was like, at first it was looking bad because I started with brown hair. And then I was like, well, the brown is going to match her skin tone because that's the brown I want her skin to be. So let me try to put black in it, make it a little darker. And then I put the black in it and it did not look good. So I just ended up painting it black. And then I figured out how to add like the texture in the hair. I love that piece so much. She got a blue shirt on because that's like my favorite color. Aqua teal, like anything like aqua or teal is my favorite color. So I put a blue shirt on her. The background I did want to be yellow, but I don't really like it on the wall too much because it's almost too close to the white, so I might change that. But when I look at her, I don't know, I'm like, that's my daughter, like, that's my daughter. So the next piece, okay, so I'm gonna talk about these pieces all in one. I got New York Giants, New York Knicks, New York Yankees, and New York Rangers. If you know me, I'm New York through and through. All my favorite professional teams are New York, and I wanted to pay homage to that. I didn't know how I wanted to put them on the wall, like how I wanted to incorporate them, but I knew I had to have something that represented them. And here we are. These are the pieces. I love them. At first, when I put them on the wall, I didn't really like them because I was like, maybe they're kind of too small. I was thinking about putting them somewhere else. So I'm still, like, right now I'm satisfied with it. I may later on move and change things up. The next piece, can't, never, could. In my household growing up, can't was always like a cuss word, basically. Like when we were younger, it was just like, you cannot say that word. You cannot say you can't do something. My dad used to get mad. Like if we said we couldn't do something, he would get so mad. And my mom used to say, death and life is in the power of the tongue. If you say you can't, then you can, that type of thing. So last year I was working with kids on the spectrum, and this one girl, she had a traumatic brain injury, which made it very hard for her to like remember things. And so I worked really closely with her, trying to get her to like just remember and understand and push her. And sometimes she would get frustrated. She was like, I can't do it. I'm like, you can. Like, you've done this before. Like, you can. And I remember she would say it all the time. And I remember one time I was like, can't, never, could. Like, if you say you can't, you never could. And that stuck with me because I'm like, dang, like, it's so real. Like, if you say you cannot do something, you'll never be able to do it. But like, as long as you speak positive to yourself, as long as you affirm yourself and say you can, like, you'll be able to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So can't, never, could. It was really supposed to look completely different than that, but I got the idea to do it purple and I wanted to like coral color. So I went with that. It's kind of basic. It's basic. I don't hate it. I like it for now. May change it, may do something totally different, but I love the quote, so it's staying for now. Next thing is John 15. So my mom growing up, she used to always quote scriptures to us. And because of that, like I always, I will remember them. Like death and life in the power of the tongue, my mom used to say that over and over. So like it's something that's kind of like been ingrained in my mind. But the first scripture that I ever learned on my own dealt with the fruits of the Spirit: love, peace, patience, joy, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, self-control, and gentleness. That was like the first scripture where I was like, oh, I understand this and I like this. And so I love that scripture, but I also love scriptures about the branch and the vine and understanding that like I can't do nothing alone. Like nothing I will be able to do in my own power. If I try to do things in my own power, like it will be either super hard to exceed or I'll come up short. And that scripture is just like kind of tying those things together, kind of like just once you have an understanding that like without God, I really can't do anything. That's kind of what that scripture represents to me. And the fact that like you have the vine, you have the branch, and then you're able to produce fruit, but that fruit is only able to be produced if you're connected to the vine. Like you get an understanding of everything. So that explains John 15 and the vine. I have the vines. The vines are also there to cover up the cords. Like that's the first reason I got the vines. I was like, oh, these cords cannot be seen. Like I cannot have these cords being seen. So let me get some vines to cover it up. And then I was like, but I need the vines to represent something more. And since I love John 15, It was just like, it went hand in hand. And then there's some cord over here that I'm trying to figure out how to hide. Like, I thought I was going to get like a braid, like a long braid, and cover the cord up that way. But I was like, is that a little ghetto? Is that ghetto? Like, I don't know. I just really, when I was mapping it out, I don't think it would look right if I had a head and a braid like right there in that position on the wall. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. But since it's just one cord, it wasn't as bad. And it's on the end of the wall. Next thing. So this poster I made last summer, I made my entire family like vision boards. But I drew them out, and it was based off things that they were trying to achieve, things that they loved, or things that they wanted. So I drew all of us like a vision board. And this one was Savannah's. I had mine up there, but I wasn't really ready to explain everything in that vision board. So I was like, let me put my sisters up. I also like the way my sisters look better. Like, I think it's a better layout. It's cleaner. It goes together more. So LSU softball, that's self-explanatory. The reason I drew the boots was because, if you know, Louisiana is known as the boot. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cute. And then also Savannah loved like the whole cowgirl theme. So I was like, it kind of goes with that. The camera's up there because she said she wanted to like start taking pictures more and, you know, get really good with her camera. So I drew that on there. And the road thing, that's like just on the road to greatness. No matter like what she does, it's like traveling down the road to greatness, wherever it may lead her, just continue on that path. And then I got my question of the week corner. I got one of those like concave mirrors. I think it's concave, because I think convex is in one of the cons. I got one of those mirrors, the fishbowl mirror. I got a fishbowl mirror. And okay, so this was the hardest thing to put up. It was so hard. I tried to get reinforcements in here to put them up. They couldn't put them up. And I ended up figuring it out by myself. Now, I don't know if it's completely secure. I'm hoping it is, because I really don't need that to fall. But it's up there, you know. And I love this mirror, but I don't think it's in the right place, because when you look in the mirror, I want to be able to see the art that's on the wall. So, and you can't really see it. So I think I'm going to put the mirror in that corner. And when you look in it, you'll see the art behind you, and you'll be able to take a picture, and the art will be in the picture too. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think of things very like strategically and very intently. And I don't know how I feel about that right now. I also thought about putting a large mirror in that corner, but I'm not getting a large mirror right now. So we'll see how that looks when the time comes. So then I got my question of the week print. I love that print so much. I don't know why, I just love it. And the gold frame, it brings everything out. I love that, really. I love that a lot. And then I got my director's chair and the director's clamp, and that just goes without being said. I know I really don't do trailers anymore, so it's not like I'm directing anymore. They probably come back. I don't know if they'll come back for this episode, like for the art of, but like I love making them, so they'll probably come back for some reason at some point. Just stay tuned. So then we got the banana and the strawberry. The strawberry's name is Cutie Berry, and Cutie Berry is a character in a book that my aunt made when we were kids. The book is called Cutie Berry. I'm pretty sure you can find it on Amazon, so if you got kids or kids to give it to, definitely go check that out. But Cutie Berry, I loved as a kid. Like, I just loved her. She was so cute. Like, I loved the book that she made. I just loved everything about it. And I spent the summer with her in 21. And I came across Cutie Berry. I was like, oh my gosh, you still have this. So she gave it to me, and I wanted a way to incorporate that in the house. And since I had Cutie Berry and my sister brought in the banana she wanted at a fair, I was like, these are the fruits of the spirit. I just got to get 7 more, but you know, time will come for that. So if you ever want to know what to get me a stuffed fruit bear. Nah, I'm joking. But I am trying to get like 7 more of them to go in that corner. And they're so cute, like all different sizes. Like I definitely have to get a banana I definitely have to get a pineapple because pineapples are my favorite fruit. I need a peach. Oh, grapes would be, I just need all of them. I want all of them, y'all. So yeah, that explains like the fruits. fruits, yeah. And I think when I get the pineapple, I think that's gonna represent love because my favorite fruit is pineapple. I just love them so much, so it's only right that it's love. But that's, you know, future time. And then we're gonna move into the next part of the house. And this was kind of, this part of the house really didn't get thought of until I was here. Really until like probably a month or two ago, I really didn't start planning this side of the house. And this is supposed to really be like the music area. I'm supposed to get like a record player and vinyls to go over there, but right now I'm not getting that. But I wanted it to still represent music in some way, so I got some prints. And if you look closely at the plaque, it says the Art of La Siesta Villa is what I call my house. It's the name of my house. You know how some people name their cars? Well, mine is La Siesta Villa. My house name is La Siesta Villa. Now, this name came like this to me. It just came. I wanted something like, I don't know, Spanish, and La Siesta Villa came to me. But then I was like, well, I'm moving in with my sister, so maybe it should be La Siesta Villa. But then my sister wasn't supposed to move in, so I was like, I just keep it La Siesta Villa. But then my sister did move in, and yeah, I just kept it. I was like, I'm not changing it no more. It's just La Siesta Villa. Siesta means nap time in Spanish, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And really, the name kind of goes because I really just want this to be a place where people can come and relax. Not necessarily nap, because if you know me, I can't stand when people nap, but that's a whole nother story. I just want this to be a place where people can come and relax, like rest, like they just find peace here, if that makes any sense. If you know, you know. So then we got the 3 definitions. We got the rare definition, the art definition, and the rain definition. These are all definitions that I came up with myself. Like, I did not take the natural definition of what it meant. I kind of tweaked it completely. And these are 3 things that mean a lot to me. So yeah, that's the words and what they mean to me. That's supposed to go in my room. That's not going to stay out here, but I did want something to be out here to like fill up the space a little bit until I get like other things. So that's going to be moved to my room. I also got the music poster, which is cool. I don't really know why I got that. It was really supposed to be, the music was supposed to be like scrunched together like this, and it was supposed to be long. You probably can't get the vision for that, but it doesn't look like that, and it's cool. Like, it's something to go up, but it won't stay probably long term unless I just never find anything. And then last but not least, I got a 7 card in a frame. 7 is my favorite number. That's like self-explanatory. I stole this idea. I saw it on Instagram once, and someone had like a red frame with a card in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so cute, and just like, it's just cute and just different. So I stole it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been my studio. Y'all pretty much see like how I set up and get things done. But yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. It has been great talking to you guys. Make sure you tune in next week, and yeah, see ya. Hey.